Hi, welcome to What the Flick. Sometimes we're all in the same place at the same time, and this is one of those times. Why, you ask? There's a trailer for Annihilation.
Right, the only thing we could all see this week was Annihilation.
The thing you've all been talking about, the trailer for the new Alex Garland movie, which looks like a trippy version of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it looks to me like Jurassic Park.
Let's let them watch it first, and then we can.
Hold on, who are we? Christy and Matt and Alonzo and Ben. No, all of us.
All of us.
Thank you,
All
watch
of
out,
us,
hi.
we're all here. Anyway, there's a trailer.
Can you describe its form?
No.
Was it carbon-based?
I don't know.
Did it communicate with you?
It reacted to me.
You really have no idea what it was.
Did your husband contact you at any point while he was away?
No.
It was his decision to go in.
Why did my husband volunteer for a suicide mission? You have to tell me where he was, what he was doing. I need to know what's inside. I could save him.
Okay.
This is one of those things where you have to wonder, like at some point during the production, Arrival came out.
Right.
And they had to be like, are we? Yeah, it's fine. Because this seems like Arrival with Jurassic Park.
It's Arrival adjacent.
Yeah.
Why do we think it's Jurassic? What about us told us that it was Jurassic Park?
They're creatures.
In the jungle, and you have guns, and
but
there's
we don't
creatures.
see the creature in that, right? So are there? I mean, I'm saying
It's
like,
not carbon-based, right?
right. We don't.
No, the jungle-y stuff is what I'm thinking about Jurassic Park.
But isn't there evidence of creatures? Isn't there some? There's a
I don't know.
photo.
There's a bunch of bones.
There's a
There's
photo.
a photo of Natalie Portman with like.
Right, with an alligator head or something. Right.
Right.
That is a creature.
I think it looks vaguely Lovecraftian, and that has me more intrigued than anything else. You know, with the stuff like at the Mountains of Madness and that kind of, what inspired The Thing, right? That idea that some alien life form may come to Earth and be so different and so right angles to what we know that it makes you go crazy, right? And that could be actually, like, if this movie can capture that idea of, not having the language to describe it, which I think there's a hint of that in the trailer where you see Natalie Portman and a bunch of guys in suits come in, and I can't remember the actor's name, the guy that played Wong in Doctor Strange is the one in the suit asking her questions.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
I think it's okay to not be able to identify a guy completely in a suit and a mask.
No, we can identify him. Anyway,
you could.
I think this is. I'm intrigued by this, especially because Alex Garland did such a good movie previously.
Yes.
We all love Ex Machina, and Oscar Isaac, who was so great in Ex Machina, is in this as well. So that gives me some hope that he wants to work with this director again.
And everybody knows a filmmaker's second movie is always the one where he really nails it.
I like.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
I like any movie that has somebody on the precipice of coming out of a door and then some creature sucks them back inside. And we don't see it, we just see them.
But I'll tell you, do we know what the scariest 3 words in this trailer are? Coming.
That's right.
This
So it's good.
February.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it?
Not a good sign.
Was it supposed to have come out earlier? Like
I don't know, but February.
February's not
That's.
a good sign, yeah.
But I mean, I'll do my little good time for this rant. Hasn't happened in a while.
Please.
Like, why? Why?
Because we're cynical.
Right, because what? No, I mean, look,
based on everything, based on the last 10 years of how studios release movies.
No, I know why you say it, and you're right. But
why did they decide that February's the
December? These are the people who run studios thought that it was a mistake to put Jaws on in the summer. They thought people don't go to movies in the summer.
Right.
We don't want to have a movie like this in the summer, and then. Oops, wrong, changed everything. So the notion that, I get it, it's cold, or it used to be cold on the East Coast in January and February, and it's at the end of Oscar season, the Oscars have happened, so the Oscar movies.
Well, that's when the Oscar movies are going wide.
Right, going. Cloverfield dropped in the first quarter, like the first couple months of the year, and it did amazing business. And so the next few years, you had people trying to do that again.
But doing it with that kind of movie, there is no reason why Americans are unwilling to go to a movie in January and February, but are willing to go to movies in December and March. Like, I'm telling you, and if it is, it's slight. So all I'm saying is these guys haven't always been right.
Sure,
they don't have their finger on the pulse of the country.
No.
And so if you want to get a movie, if you have a good movie and you think, you know what, maybe there won't be any competition. The Liam Neeson movies all came out then.
Sure.
Deadpool was what, February?
February or March, yeah.
It was Valentine's Day time.
I think you can totally you can totally break out that mold. I mean, Daryl Zanuck thought that Miracle on 34th Street should be released in the summer because not enough people went to the movies at Christmas.
Right.
So yeah, we're constantly changing the rules. But I'm just saying, based on the current paradigm, when a studio sets a February release date, that's usually their way of saying,
usually, yes.
Usually.
But not always, and maybe that's changing, and if it is, great, and I want this to be good, obviously.
Also, Winter Olympics. People are gonna be home watching bobsled. They're not gonna want to see this.
Maybe it's
or figure skating.
Maybe it's a Valentine's Day movie.
Maybe it is.
Maybe.
Well, that was one of the tongue-in-cheek ways they sold Deadpool, if I recall.
Did anyone else catch what looked to me like a reference to Princess Mononoke with the deer with the flowers on the antlers?
Oh.
No. You're very smart.
Some other movie ripped that off.
I saw the deer with the flowers, but
I mean that's not exactly what you see in Mononoke, but it
I remember reviewing a movie in the last few years where they totally steal that antler shtick, and I'm forgetting now what it was, but yeah.
Anyway, we will review Annihilation in February. When it's in your theaters.
But
we'll be there, whether or not you are.
However, no guarantees that all 4 of us see it.
I
we'll
think
do
we'll
our
get
best.
Three of us,
we'll all see it eventually.
Yeah, there you go.
So, thanks, bye.